All right, joining me now on Inside TBT, Butler legend who will make his return to the Hinkle Fieldhouse court this summer, Shelvin Mack. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm very excited.
Absolutely. The reason you're on the show is because you've already made a big announcement earlier today. TBT is coming to Butler. I want to start with this. When you heard that this was a possibility, what were your thoughts?
Man, I was super excited. No, I never had a senior year. I don't recall my last game being at Butler. I always wanted to get a chance to get back out there and compete with my teammates. I think it's a great opportunity. Then also just have the atmosphere from watching over the past few years with the TBT and the teams going back to college. I think it's going to be great at Hinkle. So I'm glad to get back out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Having Ron Nord hopefully give me some dribble handoffs again. Matt Howard setting some picks, crashing the glass. I think a lot of Butler fans deserve this.
It's going to be very fun and very exciting as, names and Butler history start coming out. Not just who's going to be on the court, but who's going to show up, because I know it's going to be a big attraction to former players. Obviously, TBT, we have the Elam ending where every game ends on a made basket.
Yeah,
I think Butler's got a few national championships under their belt if, NCAA tournament had Elam ending. Are you excited to, get to kind of give your sense on how to handle that and potentially hit a big shot like that on the home court?
Yes, I've never hit a game winner in my career. Haven't been part of too many. Joe Johnson one time in the playoffs. I know he plays in the TBT. It's going to be different. We play the Butler way, so anyone can end up shooting a shot at the end. I know we'll be able to get 3 stops. That's where we got head on at the end of the game. So that should be a lot of fun as well.
So when you think about, playing at Hinkle, playing in front of those Butler fans, what moments at your time there stick out to you where you're like, damn, the fans were crazy at this point?
A lot of times playing in the Horizon League, playing against a Rice State, a Youngstown State. But I remember one game, it was actually against Xavier and Hinkle. It was a Saturday afternoon. We got a win. Crowd was turned up, had a lot of fun, and I think Xavier broke the water in their locker room when they left the game. So I remember that a lot, and I talk a lot of smack with one of my friends, Jordan Crawford, who played there at the time.
Of course, of course. Xavier, of course, has a TBT team. You never know what could happen. You never know where they're going to be playing or what's going on. Could see a Butler Xavier game, but I know you're not, the most knowledgeable in the world about TBT, but there are some good players in it and some good matchups. Is there any player that you would look forward to Butler matching up with?
Hopefully Duke can get a team. We need a rematch. that would be great. But now follow it from a distance, especially playing overseas. I know the overseas team. I know a lot of those guys playing in EuroLeague. So overall, this has been a magical thing that y'all guys have put on, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and we are glad to have you and Butler a part of it. The team name is All Good Dawgs. Do you think we'll get a Butler Bulldog appearance at these TBT games? That would sell tickets right there.
I'm pretty sure Blue should be there somewhere. He lives on campus. He's treated very well. I think he would be there. That's going to be little Blue magic. Rub his head, get on the court, knock down some threes.
Absolutely. You can't talk Butler basketball without Gordon Hayward. He's the face of Butler in terms of current NBA players. Is it on your short list to get him involved and get him back to Hinkle and back to Indy this summer? Not as a player, of course, but just being there and being involved with the team.
Of course. He's one of the main guys that put Butler on the map, along with some other players as well. I think we have a great chance of him being involved in some format where he's the GM. I don't know about his coaching skills yet, so he might be able to put together a good roster. So it's going to be very exciting just for all of us to get back together, at one place under one roof, and that's Hinkle Fieldhouse, and be able to go through some drills and play basketball like we did when we was younger.
So the TBT attendance record is 7,202 fans set in Wichita last year. Having heard that number, I mean, feels like a no-brainer that the Butler fans are going to break that, right?
I would think so. Hinkle Fieldhouse, having an opportunity to see a lot of Butler Bulldogs in the summer. I can't imagine a better night in Indianapolis than coming out and cheering the Bulldogs on.
Absolutely. Some people take their vacations in the Bahamas. I'm looking forward to summers at Hinkle. That's what we're saying for this summer. You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Hopefully we have some AC. Back when we was playing, it was hot in the summer, so I think they got that taken care of now. So should be a lot of fun.
And if you could send, a message to the fans, something, anything you could tell them about why they should come to these games, what would it be?
I would say it'd be an opportunity to see the team one last time. A lot of guys don't play professionally, so the last time they had a chance to play would be at the NCAA tournament. But it's just special for everyone else to go back and get that one last feeling playing in front of the fans, playing at Hinkle Fieldhouse, and just be able to feel that magic. I know the fans supported us a lot through our college career, mine and other players. But like I said, I left my senior year. I never got to feel that magic again.
Well, hopefully you get to feel some Hinkle magic this summer, get to make some shots, hit some big shots in front of those fans. I want to ask you a little bit though. So obviously after your junior year, you went on NBA, had a good career, played other places as well. When you think of your pro career, who are some of the teammates that stick out in your mind that you're like, okay, this guy was fun to play with. This guy I knew I could throw the ball into and he was getting a bucket.
I had a lot of them. I was fortunate enough to play on a lot of good teams. Never really had any headaches or any teammates. Jeff Teague, who's from Indianapolis, is one of my good friends. Enjoy playing with him. Paul Millsap, I still hang out with him to this day. We actually still play pickup here and there, and I'm still able to throw the pocket pass right on time, right on money. So it's always good to get back out there with him. Mike Scott is another guy. He's playing right now in EuroLeague. DeMarre Carroll, who's on the Lakers coaching staff. It's a lot of players, and a lot of them come from the Atlanta Hawks team. We went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Those were some fun teams, some fun games. Pretty crazy to think about that. You were a part of those crazy teams. Is there a singular game or moment that when you're speaking at an event and someone says, "Give me your NBA story," is there something that you go to tell?
Really don't have one open for the public, so I have to be quiet on that. Trying to think. I had this question the other day as well. I really don't have anything. I've been fortunate enough never to get left behind, always on time. I would say probably getting traded multiple times while you sleep. That's not a good feeling waking up to.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really have anything too crazy.
All right. Final career question for you. We hear all the time from overseas players that the crowds over there are night and day from the NBA crowds. And then of course you got the Butler crowds. There's some wild crowds. What is there ever been a moment where you were like, okay, this crowd is rattling me. This is a hard environment to play in.
From a college aspect or a pro aspect?
Either one.
I did play overseas as well. I played for Panathinaikos, played against Olympiacos. I'm pretty sure you see the videos all the time with the flags, shooting fireworks in the middle of the game. That would scare you a little bit. You have the free throw line, you just heard a boom. It's like, oh, what's going on in section 113? So that has happened and caught me off guard playing over in Greece.
All right. And then I'll ask you for college, when you were at Butler, an environment where you were rattled, when you were like, hey, we were in the national championship, last year. Hey, we're a really good team, but this is a crowd right here that we're dealing with.
Playing in the Horizon League, when we played there, all the time on the road is always tough. Being at the top of the food chain, everyone wants to beat you, sold out. When you go to Youngstown, Ohio, playing in Valparaiso, a lot of these places are very underrated. When you have a ranked team come to the house, and it's the biggest thing in town, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of tough games in Horizon League, scraping by a lot, but they used to be on us.
Well, there you go. final question. I lied. I always say final question. Final
all good.
question is, I always wonder this about Duke. Do the fans travel? Like, was the national championship game Cameron Crazies, they were loud, or was it pretty evenly Butler fans, Duke fans, and then just general college basketball fans?
I think in that situation, it was mostly Butler. You know, we played 7 miles away from Butler's campus, the underdog joy. It was a fun experience. I wish Gordon could just move his shot over a few inches to the left. I have me a championship ring, and we don't have to talk about Duke anymore. But that was a great atmosphere playing downtown in Lucas Oil, going to class, just still being on campus and feeling that energy. That was one thing I remember for the rest of my life.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I am very much looking forward to seeing what these Butler fans can do this summer at TBT. Who cares about what the team can do? Let's see what the fans can do to
Yes.
really build some excitement around TBT.
I think we got a good chance of beating that 7,000 record.
All right, well, there you go. Heard it here first. Thanks, man.
Yeah.